Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to start with the fifth chapter, that is food safety. We have already finished fourth chapter in the previous video where we have studied nutrition in living organisms. So coming back to the fifth chapter, let us see what is there in this chapter. Let us start our chapter 5, food safety. It's a very interesting chapter, children. You'll definitely enjoy it. Now, constituents needed for the growth of body. If we need to grow properly, if we need to develop properly, it is very important that we eat proper food. And why do we need to eat proper food? Because we get these nutrients from the food that we have studied in the previous topic. Yes, carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals is what we get from the food, and of course water is also very important for the growth of the body. Yes, so if these nutrients are provided to our body in proper quantities, then we grow properly. But why it happens that these nutrients do not enter our body in proper quantities? It is because we do not eat proper food. So if we eat proper food, these nutrients will enter our body and will give us good health. Yes, so it is very important to look after the food that we eat. We should always eat healthy food rather than the junk food. Okay, now let us see how does our food gets spoiled. Now why are we discussing this, children? Because sometimes it happens that we do not get these nutrients in our body because our food that we are eating is not in proper condition. The quality has been deteriorated. And why does that happen? There are certain factors which are responsible for the food to get spoiled. So that is what we are going to study in the next topic. So let us study the first topic of our chapter, that is food spoilage. So in this topic we are going to study the factors that are responsible for the food spoilage and actually what is a food spoilage. So when do we say that our food has been spoiled? See, we can easily observe the food and say it has been spoiled, but sometimes it happens that we do not understand only by looking at it. Yes, sometimes the smell tells us, yes, the food is not in a good conditions. So let us see what is food spoilage. Food spoilage means change in color. See, if you see in this banana, the earlier one was green color, then the bananas turned yellow and then they turned black. So this change in color indicates the condition of banana. Odor, the smell. Sometimes you can make out from the smell that the food is not in a good condition. Texture, just look at the outer covering in these foodstuffs. See, it shows that the food has got spoiled. And the taste, sometimes it will not taste as it should usually taste. So these all factors indicate that food has been spoiled. Let us see what causes the food to get spoiled. Who causes food to get spoiled? Yes. So there are total 5 points that we are going to study. Let us see them one by one. So let us see factors responsible for food spoilage. The first one is natural causes. All foodstuffs have their own shelf life, means they last for a certain period of time. Yes, they get spoiled very easily. Fruits or their skins turn black and give foul or bad odor. Normally fruits and or their skins, they generally turn black, like in case of banana we saw. Yes, or they start giving out bad odor. So in such cases, the food gets spoiled very easily. Yes, the next one is man-made causes. Sometimes we do not take care of the food properly, like we handle them in a very wrong manner. Yes, or sometimes we overcook our food. Yes, or sometimes we do not store it properly, like It usually happens with the food grains. Sometimes we store food grains in a damp place, a wet place, and they get spoiled very easily. So it is very important that we store our food in a proper manner. Sometimes it also happens that our food gets spoiled during transportation from the field to the wholesaler or to the retailer. When it is being transported, they are not taken proper care of. It happens mostly with the fruits, the perishable items like grapes and mangoes. They get spoiled very easily if they are not handled properly. Let us have a look at the next cause. Now, the third reason responsible is properties of foodstuffs. There are certain foodstuffs which get spoiled very easily. Okay, like for example, meat, milk and meat. Yes. There are some intrinsic factors that result in food spoilage. Milk, meat may be acidic or alkaline and they get spoiled early. So you need to properly boil the milk, or you need to properly store or freeze the meat in order to make it last for a longer duration of time. Chemical reactions. Sometimes you might have seen your mother keeping milk or certain kind of foodstuffs in a certain type of vessels only. Why does why does it happens with her? Yes, because some foodstuffs undergo chemical reaction on contact with metals. So it needs to be stored in a proper container because certain foodstuffs might react. Like for example, curd or milk needs to be stored in a proper kind of a vessel. Otherwise, if it reacts with improper metal, then it gets spoiled very easily. And the last one which is responsible for food spoilage is microorganisms and insects. Have a look at these pictures. You can see these foodstuffs being infected by worms or insects. What do you see in this? Yes, we see that the food has been infected by insects and microorganisms. Yes, so contamination by microorganisms and insects from the surrounding air or water and soil also results in spoiling of food. This is a very common factor responsible for food spoilage. In the next video, we shall study the new topic, which is food wastage. Thank you.